Now that we've created this app, we do need to create another app, which is the Proxy one I mentioned earlier. This is the native app. We're going to call this Proxy Identity Experience Framework. Copy that, set in there from our lab. Same settings, it'll be only people in this directory. Instead of being a web app, this is going to be a public client native app. Again, it doesn't matter since we're not really going to be calling this URI. We can put anything in here. In the example in the lab, I just tell you just pretty much copy and paste what they said there, which is IOPS: web off. We'll leave grant admin consent open and we'll just kind of register. Let's go ahead and create this application, but we still have to do another step. We have to tie it into that previous app. So we can call and get those scopes. And we also have to treat this particular application as a public client. So under the authentication blade, if we scroll down to the bottom, there will be an option that says, here it is, advanced settings, default. So this says treat it as a public client. This allows us to do ROPCs kind of behind the scenes. That's pretty much what's happening. This proxy authentication is doing ROPC to our service, more of GWAS knowledge. So that's why we have to enable this. So let's enable it, hit save so we create the setting. And then once we did that step, we need to go and start. I believe this is going to be, we need to start granting permission, right? Go ahead and click on API permissions. And as you can see, I already have the offline access and OpenID. That's what I clicked earlier. But we want to get that permission we created. So let's go ahead and add permissions. And if I go to my API, since I created it, you can see here, that's the one we just created, right? Here's the app ID. And remember, I called it Identity Experience Framework. It's right here. If I click on it, it'll show me all the permission I created. I created one earlier called User Impersonation, and I gave it a name of Access Identity Experience Framework. Just created that. So we went ahead and add that permission. Since I'm an admin already, it does require admin consent on this. I can click on this button, grant admin consent, and hit yes. And this will automatically send it so that that orange, yellow hazard will turn into green. So this is an important step that a lot of people miss, and unfortunately, that'll kind of have these weird behaviors. So make sure you don't forget that last step. Of course, you can hit refresh here and make sure that it took it. Hit refresh. It looks like we're good to go.